That's great. parried that bastard. Gross. I love.
Curse when you're selling rugs to tourists in Istanbul? No, so don't do it here.
Jesus.
It's not like Voss where he's gonna throw in a stinker.
Yeah.
He's just gonna have 9 of them. He sounds like him. He mumbles like him.
And Mohegan Sun, don't get upset when you walk by and hear people go, Tatonka. Tatonka.
Why is everybody beating up on Bob? Yeah, why do you think? Jimmy,
you're enjoying it more than anyone.
You're the worst. Yeah, but that's Jimmy's pause because he's got a good one coming.
Hey, let's say hi to Jeff in Jersey. Jeff, what's going on? Good.
Bob, I was the guy who brought you breakfast on Wednesday, Newark Airport.
Oh, yeah?
yeah, thank you, buddy. Oh, that was a man. Good, buddy. What, did your credit card company call him? And think it was stolen? I got this huge breakfast plate, and it cost me $7 with the tax and the tip and the coffee and the juice and the whole thing. So I went to the guy up front. I said, I want to buy this guy breakfast. So I take out a $10 bill. He's taking up the whole aisle over there. Yeah. Yeah, well, thanks for the nice gesture. I hope I see you at the airport again. I'm going to throw eggs at your face. I feel like I'm in the basement with my 5 uncles when they used to make me just sit there and get the beers and open them. And why? What else did they make you do?
Yeah. The couch is a mood swing.
I'll tell you why, too. If you want an analysis of Bob, now that it's not beat up on Bob Day. Yeah. It's just Bob's dream is, which I figure out, is to be like a guy, like a Budweiser commercial. They have a bunch of friends and they sit around and have a few laughs on the weekend.
But he's so twisted.
But he doesn't realize, like, after 6 years, hi, neighbor, his neighbor's normal. One's going to accidentally run over like his seed feeder or something. And then they see that guy's got, like, pruning shears in his eye. His Bob turns on him.
Hey, how you doing? Like talking over the hedge to his neighbor.
Right.
And then after a little while, like one thing goes a little wrong.
Yeah.
And Bob just loses his mind.
Yeah, because Bob
breaks
realizes
into the house and kills his family.
Yeah, he'd love, like, all of us, like, knowing, all of us to be over at each other's house, laugh and watch this Sports Center. Clicking. Hey, Uncle Ladies let us get away with this. What's wrong with having friends? I hope the wives don't hear us down here. That'll ruin the fun. What's wrong with it is you want to live the American dream and you're not fit for it. That's all. On 2 levels. You actually look like you lost weight. I'm not teasing you. You think I'm really going into that softball? I may be taking a pounding to it, but I'm not. I'm not that stupid. That's right. I'm not even. I look like a little. How fat is he? I'm not even kidding. You look like you lost. I'm not even. Shut up, you lying body stocking built. Oh, I'm not. You really do look like an unfinished clone. I was just trying to be helpful. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Larva. So shut up. You know what reminds me of larva, and I don't know what that looks like. It's just a name. He does. He looks like he's James Larva Norton. He looks like he should be eating his way out of an apple. God damn. Oh, you are hurtful. Just sitting there being hurtful. You can't just give his friend a compliment. I know. He's going to help and support him. Get him up out of the dumps.
That's exactly what he would do to that neighbor, too.
I have no doubt that he's iconic, this one.
Oh, yeah.
When it comes right down to it, Bob Kelly will get some things done.
They have to look over the hedge and Bob's walking away, and then, like, he sees below Bob's head, Bob's nude and covered in blood.
Hey, Tim. That's funny.
Just that awful ass and his stupid feet pointing out to him. Now it's down the rest of that. Bob nude looks like a fat Vanessa Manillo. Hey, Robert Kelly here, and I know that makes you happy. We're here at the Burly Bear Network. Coming up, we have some clips from the kids in the hall. Do you know how they got their name? I know how. And if you know how, please email me at burlybear.com and let me know that you know. Stick around. This is Robert Kelly. You're watching the Burly Bear. Don't go away. Anthony's hair on his arm is sticking out.
I just pointed to my arm. To Bob, I just pointed at my arm because I swear to you, I just got like goosebumps.
Kids in the hall, how they get their name? I have a guess. Your loveless childhood.
Did you run down in the hall to a computer, seeing how many people were responding?
Yeah, go on. Oh, I bet the emails, you refresh, nothing, spam.
You could just email me at the Burly Bear Network.
That's it. You just need to go into the bathroom, take a breath, splash some water on your face.
That's it for Burly Bear today. I've been Robert Kelly.
Who are you now?
You didn't do anything.
Exactly.
You did nothing.
No, but you have to imagine videos popping up right at the end of my speeches. And then I've been Robert Kelly, and you've been bored. Needless to say, they didn't have me back for a second season.
Oh.
Yeah.
How did they tell you?
By not calling.
Oh.
Yeah. I hate your charming voice. You know, just a guy relaxing watching.
Yeah, you really are just trying to be like, hey, yeah.
That's
it for Burly Bear today. I've been Robert Kelly. This is my zit, Frankie. Say hi to Frankie. Hi, guys. Yes, and have a happy Thanksgiving. Me and Frankie going back to Massachusetts to enjoy some turkey. You do the same. Thanks for watching the Burly Bear Network. We'll catch you next time.
Is that Bobby's phone?
Calling you, the people from the shuttle. Or this Lauren.
I hate this iPhone. I'm definitely getting. If the iPhone does this,
It makes so much damn noise.
no, but it's not. It's interference with other electronic stuff, which means
That's what I
that's
mean.
going through my brain.
Yeah.
Easily, with no resistance.
Yeah, wow. Should be the quick little gunslinger.
You're rolling. All right, good, because I'm Robert Kelly. You're watching Burly Bear. I just got back from vacation. You see this hat? This is very lovely. See this right here? I love this. Because it's Christmas time coming up. My favorite holiday. Thanksgiving's over. That's the little get warm holiday. You know, you eat a little turkey, get fat, fall asleep, eat some more, and then throw up. That's what I do. I'm going to be with you for the rest
Listeners
of
are
the Burly
doing
Bear.
Why aren't you throwing up these days?
Oh, man.
Everybody had one cocktail.
Firing squad right there.
We should have just went around the room. We all went at the same time.
Yikes.
Yeah, did you really need Voss in today? It's like 8 people are gonna. No, I didn't mean that. I meant that as a compliment. Like you're gonna smash me too. I didn't mean to smash you. As soon as I said that, I knew your self-esteem was on the line, so I meant it as a compliment.
I just wanted, you never answered how the kids in the hall got their name.
That's true. How did they get the name?
Yeah,
Actually,
I'm dying to know.
I'll tell you. They used to do a show, and the guys would do a show, and they'd have a bunch of and then people would boo. People would boo because there wasn't enough jokes, and people would boo again, and they would like, "What then? We need jokes." And they had a bunch of kids in the hall, and they'd run out and go, "Get me a joke from the kids in the hall," and then people they just they'd be out there and all going la 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 la.
Pitted, so pitted.
And then he was pitted. I don't know what that meant.
Shut up.
Why do you say your name so many times? Who's this show for? Goldfish? Like every 8 seconds they forget everything they've ever learned.
No, he's thinking people are going, oh, it's Bob Kelly.
Robert Kelly?
Robert Kelly, and he's back on again, thank God.
I bet you were all lounged out trying to be charming.
Oh God.
Dad, you know what? It was a long time ago. I was new. You know what, Dad?
Thank God though, he didn't in that last segment, because I couldn't see it, but I know this didn't happen. You didn't have a Santa hat on.
Oh God, I gotta go.
It just,
Did he have a Santa hat?
Of course he did. I didn't see it, but I know he had a Santa hat on.
Yeah, Santa hat
Talking
on.
about Christmas with a hat.
Right.
You don't understand how.
I spelled douche wrong. When you should have D-W-C-H-E.
That should have been removed like Arba Dwyer's hair.
That's true. Where's Oswald? I'd like him to take your hat off. Could Sir Hand assist? Santa hat removal, please. Hey, Mr. Hinckley, can I borrow that hat removing apparatus you're holding?
Holiday. Thanksgiving's over. That's the little get warm holiday. You know, you eat a little turkey, get fat, fall asleep, eat some more, and then throw up. That's what I do.
What's
We're
this
gonna
last
be with you for the rest of the Burly Bear, so please stick around. Sit your butt down, shut your pie hole, put the pencils away, and watch me, because I will get Italian on you if you don't, okay? You're watching Burly Bear. Stick around, because I love you. Oh.
Oh, so many mixed messages now.
The last part of that.
Put their pencils down?
Yes.
It's college, you know.
Wow, were they stabbing themselves in the eyes?
They want to hang.
Can I just say something? When we were doing this to you guys, it was so much fun, and I never thought of the other side.
Oh, it's the worst place to be.
I don't understand why I would do this.
Hold on now, let me be a little cuter and more charming. Just sit your little butt down in the chair. Put away your pencils, your hands. I'd like to sink my teeth into your face.
He wants to get Italian on you right now.
Oh, what does that mean?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
You're gonna mix cement.
Or sauce.
I'm going to cheat on my wife.
Well, this next clip is labeled, "We never know what Bobby's gonna do."
Whoa! Wow! Wow!
Bobby.
He's wild.
Oh, that's a shock jock.
Robert Kelly here, with the nose here.
Right.
Yes, I'm going to be with you for the rest of your day. So stick around, because you know you like watching me, because you never know what I'm going to do. I could just grab this guy over here, who's the writer, and pull him in and then throw him away. Because he's just trying, he's not doing anything, getting paid millions.
Certainly not.
25, 50 an hour, but that's okay. And next up, we got kids in the hall, very funny guys, so please stick around, have some laughs with them. You're watching Burly Bear. I'm going to breathe, because that's what I do when I talk. I don't breathe, because I'm Italian.
You never know what Robert's going to do. I love the fact that he said that he's the writer. He ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
Truer words have never been spoken.
Obviously.
He knows.
Was he a mongoloid?
I can only see you now. Every day's Thanksgiving.
Put your pencils down, and all the writers like ours have perfect points. Nothing has been written.
We want to squeeze these next two clips in before break. This next one is, wow, this is a good one. This is a good one, Bobby. He's threatening to do things if,
Step back.
That's right. Put on your cute hats, ladies.
Look out. Here he comes.
Robert Kelly here. Little dance for you. Robert Kelly, Burly Bear Network is what you're watching. Next up, we have the flip side with Godfrey, your host. He's down at NYU talking to some students about what they want to talk about because it's their show, it's your show, it's everyone's show because we're the Burly Bear. That's what we do for you. So don't you go anywhere. I will jump off this balcony. Do you want that? I don't think you do. And I don't want to jump.
And bounce right back up.
Okay.
Actually, back then I was very in shape, Mr. Voss. I would have to...
Not verbally.
Why? Well, there you go. Were you acting it out?
He gets a good one and then just follows it up.
I will jump off this balcony, and you don't want me to do that, especially if you're living in Indonesia. Oh, that makes me sick to my stomach. I was on they just threw around a fire escape and told me to do shit.
Yeah, because it's crazy. Oh, you're wild.
Like the Omen, you should have just put a rope around your neck and threw yourself off the balcony.
Maybe you put in a fire escape so they don't want to hear you in the office anymore. Maybe not.
What's wrong with you today? I will jump off this balcony. Do you want that? I don't think you do. And I don't want to jump, but if you leave, that's what I'm doing.
I've never seen Jimmy so depressed and angry. I'm disgusted on a level. If you had been convicted of pedophilia, it would still be easier to look at you than it is right now. And for you. Yeah, of course.
The last clip, Bobby has a great, and great is in all capitals here, line about cookies.
That's cute, whatever it is.
Sorry, Robert Kelly here. Next up on Burly Bear Network, we have a special Christmas fa-la-la-la-la-la-la edition of Half Baked with Matt Fry, where he attempts to make Christmas cookies. It's more like Christmas jerky cookies, because they're very salty, but you're going to want to check it out anyways, so stay tuned.
I was trying to... Fa-la-la-la-la-la-la. Can we get that one again at one point? I'm not ready to give up on that one yet. I think that deserves another round. Fa-la-la-la. You want the improv that cookie line? Or is that the crack writing style? I feel like I'm in a sauna.
That does nothing.
Here, next up on Burly Bear Network, we have a special Christmas fa-la-la-la-la-la-la edition of Half Baked with Matt Fry, where he attempts to make Christmas cookies. It's more like Christmas jerky cookies, because they're very salty, but you're going to want to check it out anyways, so stay tuned.
Get it because jerky's salty and cookies were kind of salty. Wow.
No, I don't.
It's just improv. It's one letter short of improve, you know.
It's so...
You can go either way. That's all I'm saying. Ask Drew Carey.
Hey, let's say hi to Augie from Massachusetts. Augie, what's up?
Hey, how you doing? I actually saw Bobby at the Burly Bear when I was in college.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good. Hey, Bobby, I didn't think call you back for another season. It was pretty good.
Oh, thanks, man.
Not you.
My own show. Patrine's doing the show tonight. I had some nice brownies I was going to enjoy. And both of them smashed them right as they were coming out. They smashed them with their stupid Brazil AIDS hands and ruined my brownies. And now I can't eat them. So I hope you're happy, guys. Thanks.
I don't like the fact that there's a little part of you that actually thinks you look cute in that thing on your head.
Please, I'm thinking I look cute. A little edited
There is 5% of you that thinks that you kind of look all right.
No, there's not.
Yes,
I'm
there is.
finished, and I know it. Unlike you.
You didn't just
As
put it
I
on.
said many
You left it on.
times, at least once, I knew what it felt like to be good looking. Years ago.
Fucked up the idea that celebrities are better than you.
That's all. That's fucked up. That is
It's
true.
just I'm better than you. Now I don't have Norton has a lot of followers.
Yeah.
I have less than Norton, but we're in the thousands. Colin hates it, and he's in the thousands.
Yeah.
But there's fucking squares who got 70, and it's just that's what they do, and that's what it is, and you get people that go, hey man, you don't tweet enough. Suck a dick, man.
I've seen people with literally 10 followers and 10,000 tweets.
Yeah.
They felt that they needed to get what they had to say out to 10 people.
Yeah.
10,000
Motherfuckers that
times.
know you and say what's up to you on Twitter, like,
Yeah.
don't fucking, Norton did it. Don't fucking acknowledge me.
Wait, when did I say hi to you?
Your toilet in the head. Dumb avatar with his fucking face in the toilet. Why does Norton have to be a creep all the time?
Because they
Why
won't
can't he
verify
smile? Just, hey guys, I'm gonna fucking, his head's in the toilet.
Fucking 8 by 10. Like, my head's 8 by 10.
It had to be verified, so I had to take a picture on the spot. I verified myself. They won't verify me.
They're licking a toilet.
Why would they verify it?
So
You get a nice 8 by 10 like I have up there.
when did I say hi to you on Twitter? What was I supposed
You
to do?
said something.
There's idiots that
You
are
said something
verified
that
and we're not verified.
You
Why?
called me.
I like the fact that Norton had a lonely moment where he reaches out to Patrice, and in true fashion, as we all are as comedians, Patrice's like, fuck you. Norton.
Shit's
Even though
on
they're friends, he's like, hey. His Patrice has to say fuck you all the time.
That's not true.
You have to say fuck you all the time.
Colin does the same shit. You cannot. If you go, hi, Colin, he goes, ooh, what are you, fucking, I saw that coming from, fucking, hello, Colin. Don't fucking call me with the fact that you sit, and you thinking, you sitting there looking at your fucking TV, and you just fucking, I know I got a replay of my fucking special on, and you just go, oh, let me get, it's just, hi, Colin, how are
Just
you?
from saying
And then
hi.
when you call him, you know he's making a decision on whether to answer the phone or not. Stop trying to be a mysterious, coy old man, knowing you're not James Bond. You fucking small dick Mick.
And by the way, just because Colin hurts you, you don't have to hurt me, bully.
You went after Jimmy for no reason.
Exactly.
Well, it's a Twitter.
This guy projects whatever shit he's going on with his fucking nut. I answer my phone all the fucking time.
He's lying.
How do you say agoraphobia and fucking ebonics?
Just say agoraphobia, you racist. Why? Why?
I don't want you to mistake it for your cousin's middle name.
Yeah, that's right.
Is that a Toyota to sound joke? You sicking me.
That's good.
Fucking assholes.
That's good.
It's good. God damn it.
He leaves his house for a gig at like the fucking St. Louis Punchline once every 3 months. And then he goes back, sits there waiting for his
It's the same.
I'll tell you exactly what he
He
is.
needs to stop.
He's like a tribal king in the middle of New
He's
Jersey.
Colin is every criminal.
Open micers.
He's every criminal. He's every criminal from all electric books mixed up. He thinks he's out enjoying the day. He lives on the 55th floor of a 57th floor building. He's almost at the top. He cries on a regular basis. It's nothing worse than an Irishman that doesn't drink to get it all out. He's a sober Irish angry sad man.
Do you cry a lot, Colin?
Yes,
I kind of
and
realized the
inside,
other day.
but his tear ducts are all dead, so it's just tears all in his liver. It seeps in his body. He's a big tear.
Too old to get the tears up to the ducts.
He's salty.
I realized the other day that my life for the past 7 years has followed Whitey Bulgers in many
We're all miserable. Do you understand how much I miss Tough Crowd? We're all miserable.
Everybody
And
does.
now we're all split up. I'm telling you, I'm obsessed with Tough Crowd. We all split up.
It was
Great
fucking
show, man.
great.
And it's just everybody's by themselves sad.
Then why don't we pitch it somewhere else? Why don't you pitch it somewhere else? There's a million more networks now.
Shit, I didn't even think of that.
But I mean, did you pitch it or did you just think about it? And
Shut the
fucked up. No.
Hold on. You don't know what you're saying. That's a fair question.
He did. He did.
Of course he did. Exactly.
And then you got a lot of
Right when it was ending, this dope who thinks he's in showbiz. The thing that bothers me the most is Norton sometimes thinks he's in showbiz. It's like somebody from like 14 years ago that I know, it's like, yeah, I know. And it's like, you should picture the other play when it first ended, like HBO or FX. Like, I didn't have a fucking TV.
I don't even know what's on.
Oh, because they're like, well, I mean, I was like, really? It's fair. Of course I fucking... I like that joke, but I would like it better if your chair wasn't swiveling like your William F. Buckley Jr. How would you sit there and look into my tea? I have to talk like it's fairly natural.
That actually looks like a nice turtle. Are you saying that this looks like it sucks just because you have to say that? It actually looks like a decent movie, man.
It does look like a decent
It looks like Tommy Sizemore's in it, and that white boy he's on the come up. He's a good actor, man. Who? That white what's that kid? Whatever his name is.
What's his name?
The white kid. It's Tommy Sizemore and a white boy in it. Who's this?
Don't call him Tommy, you don't know.
Second, all that Thomas.
All I'm reading is a white man with mask. Don't say boy. Our next movie is not any fair.
Paparazzi looks like it's gonna be good, man.
I'll crack clips sometimes on YouTube, and it still really does make me angry that it got off the air. I'm not mad about other projects I've done that have failed. That one, 2 seasons. But that one still really bugs me. Yeah. Seems like it's 3 and 04. It ended 7 years ago. It's almost like the anniversary. I can't believe it's been off the air for 7
fucking years.
That's when we got back on radio.
Yeah, I 1 month overlap.
That's right. Jim seamlessly jumped from coattail to
Holy shit, you guys were.
Dude, I went from radio.
You weren't on the radio.
I went from radio August of 02 off the air. November of 02, we started doing the writing and stuff like that for Tough Crowd, and eventually the fucking first 8 episodes.
What do you mean, the writing? You mean, Aaron, it's the early days of, like, porn. So, of course, Norton was always on a porn site.
On a Mac, yeah.
Yeah. And Keith is just like half asleep, like a fucking sleeping frog. God damn it, I'm tired. Bro, 2 hours to get here.
Geraldo would at least be working hard, because he was in the other office, and
Look where that got him.
Yeah.
See?
Exactly.
But even then, nobody really put in a good, honest effort.
I would have.
I would have. You were in the doghouse with me until 2 weeks after that, remember?
What happened?
Oh, me and Colin we was at a
fucking
beef
falling out.
that we
blowout?
both.
No.
Look at white people are so sensitive. I had a falling out. I would have had a falling out with the owner of the cellar at the same time. No. Yes, because this was the NBC one.
Yeah.
And
right, yeah.
Walk us through this. What happened?
I don't. It's
I'll
that
tell you
kind of.
exactly what happened.
I don't want you. I want you to tell the story.
Right.
I don't want you to.
All right, let Colin try.
Think about Irish people. We remember every fucking little incident.
But here's the thing. To this
I'll
day,
tell you exactly
to this
what
day,
happened.
he fucking thinks it was my fault, and I don't think it was my fault. And he wouldn't let me apologize.
All right, let's go.
That's why.
Let's get it. He's right about that. Doesn't that sound like a perfect example of my character and his, that I wouldn't let him apologize?
Yes. Thank you.
You can just envision that.
Because he
envision that.
he fucking.
The 2 people we know here.
He fucking.
I won't let you apologize.
He had overthinking face during. Hey, you know what? I didn't mean that. You couldn't even have a context and not meaning how he took it.
Really?
It's how he felt. There's a saying.
Remember what happened?
I do.
All right, wait, let's tell the story.
Let me say this last thing.
Okay.
It's a thing called intent versus impact. What I intended to happen. Thank you. I intended not for him to take it the way it was, and someone else was the catalyst in this, and I hope
He sounds like he's talking to his legal aid lawyer.
I hope that he says the party that kind of was started.
All right, let him talk. I want to hear Colin.
My intent, Your Honor, was not what the
Don't
impact
be
of
racist, man. I'm tired of these fucking pink skin people that other white people hate. Irish are the niggas of white people. We should be together. I love Colin,
Your Honor,
but he's somehow a racist.
my intent was not my impact on the obviousness, Your
Go
Honor.
ahead.
7 years ago, right?
Go ahead with his new style. Instead of combing it over, he just lets it go crazy like this on purpose.
It's 2 weeks away from kicking a football and missing it.
Shut up and let it soak in. This fucker's trying to do the something about Mary's sperm hair. And it's just son of a bitch. Good. I'm glad you're going bald, so don't tell the story.
Right.
Asshole.
First of all, Cool.
And don't forget the meeting that he had with me and my mother in the room at the same time.
I'm glad you're on board. Go tell the story. This.
I heard that, motherfucker. Go ahead.
It's a long and boring story. I'm sure we can tell the stories, but I'll give you the quick one. Ready? Quick one is I bring these nobodies truly onto NBC against, by the way, which cost that show because I had to go against certain powers that be to get these, once again, no names on this show. But they wanted to go with a certain type of show. I was like, no, these guys are hilarious. We hang out at the cellar. It's gonna be great. We do 3 episodes on NBC. It was great. These guys get shit. I didn't even make that much money, but these guys got really shit money. So they expected, because, like I said, amateurs in the business, we should have got paid big money. It's live television. So they got like, what, 2,000 a show, something like that. So they're like, well, we're supposed to go. So they wanted to sell one day. They stopped busting my balls, especially Patrice, of course, the leader. Wait, yeah, exactly. Yeah, let me tell the story now. Now you remember.
Don't listen to bust them balls now. We were teasing them.
I understand totally busting balls.
Okay.
Keeps doing it, and you can tell her, like, they keep doing it, the whole team is getting, like, kind of angry, like, Wanda's tight there, she's getting annoyed, Manny's getting annoyed, and even I'm starting, I'm like, all right, guy, and you can tell there was, like, a lot of anger underneath, like, it wasn't just normal busting balls.
You couldn't tell.
And it didn't stop, yeah, she was,
Time
well, the
out,
whole
time
team,
out.
wait, Colin is a professional comedian.
Time out.
One of the sides is professional comedian.
Colin isn't mad now. But look how mad he is. How the fuck do you? How the fuck do you know? How the fuck do you know Colin is fucking hurt? He's a closed man. He doesn't smile when he's happy. He doesn't cry when he's sad. He's this. How the fuck do I know his feelings are getting hurt while we busting his balls?
All right, let him
about
continue.
money?
Let him continue.
So anyway, it turned into, according to all the people at the table except Patrice, it turned into an uncomfortable kind of angry thing that he was going for. So after a while, I was like, all right, fella.
Not true.
I go, shut up. Okay. So then Wanda speaks up for me. Wanda goes, you guys, you understand, she basically pinned out, even though she wasn't a part of the show. Do you understand how him getting you no names on the show probably how that uncomfortable was? So then you have the black man, black woman fight, which is going on for hundreds of years, where it's like, you know, we work all day and you guys sit around and wait for us to go home and they're like, oh, fuck you, you know. They're their own tension. They're their own tension.
Stop reading the Willie Lynch papers to me, you fucking douche. I don't like how Colin sneakily learns about black people and then attacks you with it in front of white people that don't know. Asshole, go ahead. I know about the busted situation in Boston, motherfucker, go.
So,
By the way, I'm joking the whole time, but
these guys are ugly.
Manny, I'm gonna tell you, Colin wasn't there until Wanda opened her fucking mouth. And she's drunk, and she's like, y'all saying some fucked up shit about Shabba Dabba. And then
Not true.
let me tell you how fucking
The whole table was uncomfortable.
Manny, no, he wasn't. And Manny, we had him out because I said, Manny, your teeth are fantastic.
Was that the same night?
It's a year later. This guy's crazy. No. Wait,
Holy
I'm saying
shit. I remember that one.
these are the people.
Do you want to hear
that
the rest of
you're
the story?
dealing with.
Yeah, Patrice, you gotta let him finish.
What fucking
You'll have it correct.
He's digressing because he sees that I have every beat down. Motherfucker.
I need to know who was at the table, too.
Keith.
Patrice is stressing that everyone was joking, and Colin, no matter what Colin says during this,
I don't remember this.
no matter what Colin says during this story, remember that Patrice's side of this whole thing is that they were joking.
Right,
Let's just
exactly.
keep that.
That's the, by the way, the
But
great
I-
amateur
I-
comics excuse for
No.
everything. Oh, it's a joke.
No.
Get over
He
it.
said, he's saying, listen to what he's saying. Somebody should have known. There's no onus on him to go. It's getting uncomfortable, and when it got uncomfortable,
Oh my
instead
God.
of saying, man, it got, and I apologize. He's not saying that for what it did to him, but I was joking. He wouldn't take that as a joke. He's not saying that.
All right, let him finish this.
I want to hear the whole story. And then we can get into it. And really fast, it was Patrice, Keith, Wanda, who else? Do you remember, Carl?
Manny. No, I don't remember.
Manny?
But,
Okay, good.
but, all right, who else was there?
I
You're a liar. You don't remember now. I know you remember that. I remember those stories, so he was getting a little credit. Like, I remember that. You don't. That's a lie.
I don't remember the story.
Yeah, they always
a sociopath. They try to twist the story like, oh, here's what happened.
I'm sorry, this is a straight up story without any digs at it. And then afterwards, I'm not falling for this horseshit.
As much as I love Colin, I will afterwards tell the story of the time I accidentally hurt him and didn't know until he yelled at me.
Oh, he's a fucking...
It's hard to read sometimes.
He won't say that he's hurt.
Me and Anna ever hurt your feelings?
Of course you have.
Okay, good.
I'm good.
Oh, we have? We just don't know it?
You just don't fucking know it. You're a sensitive prick.
Sometimes it's hard to tell a Colin because, like, Colin, like you'll say something and he'll go, like, shut your mouth. Yeah. And you're afraid to be sensitive because you don't know if he's... So if he's, like, honestly telling you something... No.
He's ever needs a spoon.
Okay, but let's not forget what happened here. Okay.
All right, let's get the whole story out.
I went and literally caught, whatever politics went on to make sure that these motherfuckers were on this show twice. Once on NBC. You know what I mean? And they're both amazing. And I'm not acting like I did somebody a big favor, but I did.
And they didn't have names.
I definitely,
and we love it all. We have to this day for that.
So, anyway, we had this big blowout. We don't talk for a few months. You know what I mean?
He had a big blowout, and he didn't talk to me for months.
But everybody else at the table was totally comfortable with it and felt it was totally broke.
I'm trying to say.
Wait, Colin, were you yelling at the table? Did you guys hear that? He turned ugly at the table.
No. Oh, no, I remember this.
In what way did it turn ugly? What are you saying back, Colin?
Colin did not get ugly. Colin got quiet, and then he mumbled his anger. Like when I go, hey, Colin, I was surprised. I really was. And that's when Colin goes,
You felt it was too real.
I did say he did because it got weird because I felt like Wanda was trying to defend me. So I'm like, oh great, now I got somebody having to defend me. And I was like, it was kind of like, yeah, that's true. And then she goes, and I go, what's kind of? I didn't say, I just. It's not like you're going out of your way. It's not. If we got.
I did. I said sorry.
Anyway,
and you wouldn't accept it. Just say that part. Did I apologize, Colin?
I don't remember, but I guarantee
you did. Irish people remember everything.
It was with that loud, kind of like
hypocrite. It was like, this hypocrite.
No, if he said sorry, I guarantee it was like, if he apologized, it was like when some lady brings the kid up to school and goes, say you're sorry to the teacher. I'm sorry. And they don't really mean it.
Absolutely not. I was very contrite, which is how white people like it. I didn't just like
you know that word. You supposed to call him Mr. Collins when you said sorry.
Mr. Collins, sir. Mr. Collins. I even said Mr. Collins. Mr. Collins.
Here's one that. All right. Well, that's a sidetrack. I'll get to you later.
You gotta let him talk. People want Colin.
Shut the fuck up.
They want to hear Colin.
This is the people.
This is we're gonna get a chance. I'm telling you, I want to hear Colin's side.
This is what fucked up Colin. Those are the people. That's Wanda. That's them.
You're reasonable human beings that don't like a 50-minute black filibuster. Yeah, black filibuster.
Shut the fuck them.
You're right.
I want to hear Colin for a second.
No, he's got a good point, though. Those people were really aberrant. They wanted me to actually complete sentences instead of getting interrupted every 2 minutes for a 20-minute
All right, that's what they're getting at.
It's emotional. It's emotional.
Anyway.
I'm gonna shut up. Oh, fuck.
So, wait, before you do. I do want to say I'll be at the Pittsburgh Improv. The 20th to the 22nd of this month.
I swear I'm gonna shut up.
I don't think you can shut him for a minute.
I will.
Oh,
and don't
man.
Don't refer psychology me ever.
I don't think so.
You make me want to talk. Don't you ever make me shut up as a bad motherfucker.
Okay. See, here's the problem.
Not gonna get your Carol.
Well, let me just sidetrack a little. Here's the problem. So then, whatever happens, we start doing Comedy Central. Of course, I'm like, me and Patrice talk. I'm like, he come on the show. You know what I mean? I don't want him to follow. Even though, of course, I love him. I want him on the show. I think he's amazing. And, a couple of episodes like, how about you, Patrice? I go, fuck him. You know what I mean? Because he didn't really apologize to me. I know he didn't. Finally, we set up a big, like one of those summit meetings, a big summit, me and Patrice. And his mom.
She was in the room.
His mom shows up, thank God, because I was talking to somebody reasonable, and literally, she's sitting there explaining, as she's done with every well-intentioned white teacher like myself about his child.
Oh, shit.
I don't know what's wrong with my son. He's just, and I'm like, I know, Mrs. O'Neill.
And we had this big screaming match in my office.
This is what I'm saying.
I thought he was going to throw me out the window. He's literally hovering over
Last
me.
minute, by the way.
A giant bear hovering over me. I think he's going to throw me out my window.
You're like Dangerous Minds, like a teacher in Dangerous Minds.
Colin turned me into angry black guy.
Yeah.
You should have seen this son of a bitch. He had me hovered against my window. I'm like, we're screaming at each other. He's got me against the window. He's literally about to toss me out of my window.
Like Marcel's Lost with Tony Rocky Horror.
No, his mother was great. His mother.
I mean, that's what you
like.
Welcome, Big J.
Hey, buddy.
It's hard to get you in the morning. I know you don't like to get up. I don't blame you.
We run so late, you know.
Yeah.
I remember when you started doing O&A years ago, and that was the switch. That was almost the first switch from the back table of everyone being out till like 3 in the morning, just talking shit at the back table of the cellar, was when you got to gig here and you had to start doing the earlier shows.
2000, October of 04. Because before that, it was an afternoon show, so it was okay to go home at like fucking 5 in the morning. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
But then once it went to mornings.
That was it, yeah. I remember that schedule switch a lot. That's when it started. That's when that back table started breaking down.
A little bit, yeah, because it just wasn't. There was one less person, and then somebody else gets something, and then there's 2 less people. When we were talking to
You were the glue that held everybody.
Well, you know, jizz. Welcome. We were talking about Skankfest, and I didn't realize Ari Shaffir was stealing all your announcements.
You mean Ari Shaffir's Skankfest?
Shaffir Fest.
Yeah. I've only heard great things.
I love it. Yeah. He's snagging every single announcement from Lewis, which is driving Lewis nuts.
It's got to be. Why does Lewis just keep it quiet then? Why is he telling him?
I'm not sure how. We're not even quite sure how he's finding out. Also, I think Ari's just announcing people that he wants, as if they're already there.
So who do you have booked? I know I'm doing it. Who else?
According to Ari Shaffir, Steve Renazizi's got something involved.
Okay. Does he?
I mean, according to
Ari, okay.
I'm not sure even what the other ones that are fully announced yet, but I mean, it's going to be an amazing. They got the new location at Brooklyn Bazaar, so we can go from having only 300 tickets available to now 1,000 tickets we can do. So we've
that's nice.
We sold out on pre-sale, I think in 48 hours, and then on May 5th the official tickets go on sale. So we're hoping it's something good.
Oh, that's great.
The third year.
So what is it now? It's just a bunch of comics doing different shows at the same time or different times?
Well, with this room, we have the ability to have 2 big shows going on at once.
Okay.
And if you have everybody kind of perform twice, everyone will get to see everything. But we did it historically. Yeah, it's like from noon on, we have like live podcasts, and then at nighttime is when it ramps up. I mean, historically, we've had the naked comedy, the naked roast battle is one of the most intense things I've ever seen. I suggest you hang in there for it.
Naked roast? That's a great idea.
Yeah, I mean, Allison Klemp last year pulled her jokes out of her pussy. That was the greatest thing I've ever seen. She had a plastic bag and she took it out for a snatch, and it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Did people laugh?
Oh yeah.
Jokes out of her pussy.
Yeah. And the other girl had an extraordinary long tampon string hanging out. Zach Amico cut himself wrestling style, like sliced himself open, and then Ari Shaffir.
So you bladed?
Yeah, and then Ari Shaffir took a piss in a cup on stage and threw it on Zach. So fun like that. So if you haven't got your tickets, everybody.
So did Ari Shaffir's piss go into Zach's open wound?
I'd have to assume it made its way in there somewhere.
Was Zach upset?
You know what's funny? If it was me, it's funny how your friends know what your limit is, I guess. I don't think Ari would have done that to me, because if any friend would have done that to me, I would have hit them and then immediately been over. But like you died when you had.
You have to punch somebody.
Yeah, you threw piss on me in public.
And you missed my mouth.
Yeah, you wasted all that beautiful piss.
Jay, let's address this, because this is Clint. I don't know why people think that. Yes, Clint in Illinois. What's up?
Hey, Jimmy.
Yes.
I think, and I want to say hi to everybody. Crackle. I heard, it's probably, I want to say Bennington, and you never know when he's screwing with people, but yes. I remember him several years ago making the comment, he was talking about both of you guys, and then all of a sudden he said, I don't know why there can't be 2 heavy metal comics. And it was just kind of a side, but it was like it was a dig, and I always wondered, I'm like, well, Jay's not been on the show much. He never shows up in the Skank Zoo, and I just started wondering if that was just a Ronnie B thing, or if there was really some kind of rip between you guys.
Jim used to always talk about it on the show. Actually, we do a lot of it all. That he felt like Jay was taking his throne as the king of heavy metal.
Yeah, I mean, that was my thing, the king of heavy metal.
Yeah.
Because I do a lot of metal talk in my accent.
Exactly right.
Thanks, Clint.
That's great that neither of us do that. I mean, what's up? I mean, since Lemmy died, I mean, it's an open air now, huh?
We both like it, but no, there's no riffs. I don't know why people. I wanted you on the show, and it's hard to get you on because I'm taking you just up until 3 o'clock in the morning.
Sure. Yeah, it is. I find that very bizarre that narrative has been created.
I know.
I wish those guys would just get along. So I've never had any problem.
Did we push it?
Of course we pushed it. Whenever Jay wouldn't show up, if it were the
he doesn't like us. Yeah.
If it was like
even if it was just
Dave came one time, I was supposed to come in, I couldn't come in. Yeah.
And I think they came in another time, but it was just them booked. Like they were promoting a comedy tour or something, and I definitely pushed forward that Jay said he did not want to come in. And
I will not be here.
He wouldn't come in.
I don't come in that studio.
Yeah. Well, I want to come in.
Yeah. No, I'm not confused as to why people.
You were in on that. You were in on that day with. You were here when Ace Frehley came in. You were here when Patrice.
It was hilarious. My 2 appearances ever on O&A were so. I got completely usurped by what was happening. Ace Frehley happened to come in. It wasn't like a booking.
With the birthday cake?
He was here. Yeah, he was here in the building. They got him to come in. So I remember I had to. I sat here for a minute, and then they were like, "Gee, we need you to kind of sit over there with the microphone." So
who else was on the panel?
I already didn't. I forget who else was here, but it was just enough people that like there was no more thing.
Oh, it was Anthony. I forgot Anthony.
Who decided to give Ace Frehley precedence over you? Who would have put Ace Frehley above?
Probably the world.
Well, yeah, it was my birthday, and he brought in a cake with an ass with a log of shit sticking out of it.
Right.
And I bit the shit log out of the cake. I mean, it had to happen.
You did.
Yeah, and then when Patrice was here with Bobo with the up and down game.
The up and down game, yeah, that was such a great moment to be a part of.
Isn't it weird you look back, like I watched that moment, and in the moment it's just your dumb friend is laughing, but you don't realize, like, this is going to be one of the definitive things I remember about this person for the rest of my life.
It's crazy.
Like, you don't realize it in that moment.
It is. It really is insane. You know, people, it's a millions of YouTube hits. People fucking absolutely love it. I just wanted to go back to that. He gave you. Why do you think you wanted the shit with the thing? Do you notoriously? I know the piss thing.
It's just silly, I guess. Just to be, plus chocolate's delicious. So I'm guessing that's why they did that.
I was just looking for a friend. I was just casting a rope there for a friend in the world. I've gotten weirdly into watching hot girl shit porn.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus Have you? Christ. I've seen it, but
not in a masturbation. No, I shouldn't say that. Not in a finishing masturbation tone. But I've definitely become intrigued by it. I don't know why.
What are they shitting on? Is it the Brazilian stuff where they're shitting on each other, or is it ones where they're just dropping logs on the floor?
The floor ones.
Doesn't matter.
But very specifically, the American, I'm always just blown away that a pretty 19, 20-year-old girl is willing to just shit in like someone was able to pay her enough money. I guess because I wasn't very good getting laid at all through my teens, early 20s. Probably like the late 20s, with that stuff, that I'm intrigued that I was nervous to ask a girl that I thought was pretty if she wanted to hang out or do something, and yet somebody was like, "Hey, how about $300 or $400 to take a shit in the sink?" Sure.
It is incredible the balls that these people have to ask these women to do something, and the fact that they do it.
Yeah, that's what gets me. Like a beautiful girl showing her face, like, I'm getting ready to shit on camera and never have a job in the media.
Like, what do you do after this? Like, what is it you do where you take a dump on camera, and then, like, what was your goal when it started, and what does it become after that? That's a great point.
Have you seen the Netflix documentary about the guys who get I forget what it's called. It's the girls that get into porn.
Oh, the
Hot Girls Wanted.
Yeah. That really made me. That actually turned me off more to the quote-unquote amateur porn.
Yeah.
Because it does look like just a draining. They make them all like kind of live in a dormitory situation with some
what do you think's going on with
weird neck tattoo Russian guys watching over them all the time.
You think it's a little bit nicer with the shit porn people?
I wonder if that's more voluntary. I don't know.
I don't think shit porn involves you have to live in a dormitory for.
Yeah, exactly. The bathroom is always free.
Where they get you. Is Stacy in there? Oh, she's probably just peeing or doing her makeup. Do not waste that beautiful shit log.
Yeah, there is something amazing about an American. I don't know why. Maybe because I always like the language. Like when you can communicate with somebody, it turns me on more.
Sure.
And they can tell me.
But we also know how much opportunity there is here, theoretically, in America, to do other things that aren't shitting on camera.
Yeah,
so the fact that that's the choice that would be made is the intriguing thing.
No, that's the amazing choice. No, that is the opportunity. My God, I can pay my rent shitting on camera. That's phenomenal.
Well, I brought it up on stage in Cleveland, and there was she was the steamer. I asked I told a girl in the audience, but pretty younger girls, and I was like, you have a price. What would be the price, honestly, to just shit on camera? You don't have to do anything sexual with anybody. You just have to be fully naked. They show your face, and then you take a hot shit on camera. and the young girl, of course, always. I mean, that would have to start at like $50 million. And then someone else goes, I bet she'd do it for $1 million. And then, of course, a realistic, pretty 30-something-year-old went, 1,000. I went, 1,000. I mean, you probably get that up. And she goes, I go, just 1,000, huh? And she goes, I mean, I'm shitting anyway. which is, you just got to find that personality in the world, I guess.
Who's got that attitude about it?
But does it ever come without damage? I doubt it. I doubt it. If you shit on camera, by the way, I don't think if you shit on camera for someone's personal catalog, it seems way less. If something shit on camera, where there's going to be a .com, watermark at the bottom, seems like, right out there in the world, like, fuck everybody.
If you're doing it for someone personally, it's different because it's private and it's a dirty thing. But it's, if you are doing it on camera, going, yep, this is out there. You guys, I wanted to ask you too, because you and Dan do Bonfire, and I heard your thing with Yamanika. With stand-up. We had stand-up that morning.
Yeah.
And, Doug's always a little, whenever he comes in, he's always a little, it's always a little bit of the night before bleeding in.
Sure.
But by the time you guys got
I mean, he was also literally drinking travel-sized bottle
of liquor.
Travel-sized bottles of liquor as he was sitting.
Yeah, he was a bit tipsy.
He gave me the warning when I said, because I just found out he was in town, so I was like, hey, come on in and do the show. He's like, yeah, sure. He goes, but I warn you, I'm cruise ship drunk. And he came in and he, in fact, was. I said it was funny. It's amazing how sycophantic his fans get sometimes, because so many of them started tweeting at me on social media like, you didn't defend Doug enough. You lost a fan today.
Wow.
Like, you put your, you bet on the wrong horse, you piece of shit. People get so angry at it.
Doug doesn't need defending. Doug can handle himself.
He didn't need defending at all. And I don't think Yamanika necessarily needed defending. What happened? It was an all. Look, I'm new enough at, especially running a radio show, that I didn't really quite know how to jump. It was very uncomfortable, even though I knew if something happened. Because Soder said on the way up, when we had Doug coming in, he goes, Yamanika's coming in today too. And I go, yeah. He goes, you think they're going to get along? And I said, they should. I mean, like, we're going to be talking about, we have topics to talk to them about, so maybe they'll disagree on that stuff. I never quite saw it just going the way it went. But I did tell Soder, I'm like, and if not, great radio, I guess.
It is interesting when people are getting into it. It's like it's hard to step in because it's like I know it's fun to listen to.
Exactly. Yeah. No, you had the awkwardness I was saying before with Dave Landau and.
I was there, Kevin Brennan.
And Kevin Brennan.
I mean,
what do you do?
We literally booked the awkwardness, though.
No, of course.
You know what I mean? Like, we know exactly what we were doing.
Absolutely, but I mean, to not thinking it's going to get into. I mean, you see Kevin and Dave, and neither of you think someo's going to stand up at one point.
Yeah, and that you can't have just because then then they won't be allowed in the building. And I love Kevin, so I don't want to see him getting
Oh, he's great.
When it starts to drift towards assault, we're like, okay, now let's pull the line here.
That'll go very, very bad. But Yamanika, I mean, people got angry that I said I just understand her point. I think maybe that could have went differently or.
What was her point? I didn't hear you say that.
Her point, I understand where she was coming from, was that as soon as she walked in, Doug just makes her first stepping into the room. Doug goes, "Oh great!" He goes, "Another black person's in the room." Bingo gets nervous. Then by chance, Bingo was simply she was sitting at the console with us. She simply moved so Yamanika could sit down.
Right.
But
it seemed like.
So when she says that, and then Bingo moves, so she can sit down. And then also when Bingo moves, our producer, Jacob, moves over to that seat. So it didn't even read that she was actually getting up to let her sit down.
Right.
Oh, she's just walking
It just
away.
looks like she was uncomfortable with a black
person. Okay.
Then within 2 minutes after that, Doug asks Yamanika if she's really a woman because he's been fooled before. So now he's called her a man.
He's also, as we previously established, cruise ship drunk.
Cruise ship drunk. So it's slurry, it's but hilarious, nonetheless. And Yamanika's not quite sure what to make of it. And then he goes, which is hilarious, he tries to introduce us. I believe that everyone kind of agrees that he was introducing a pretty interesting subject of which you would have needed to ask a girl, which could have been Christine or Yamanika, but Yamanika's right across from him, and he's going to ask, has a man ever regretted having sex with you the next morning? I guess in relation, he's going to get to the Me Too thing, having a guy who feels that way. He goes, has anyone ever regretted having sex with you the next morning? And Yamanika skeptically, he goes, no one's ever regretted fucking me the next morning. And then Stanhope says, exactly like this, he goes, well then you are unaware. So now, in her mind, I understand for the fourth time now on the day, she's been called fat and ugly by this guy.
Okay.
And I think she just went on and started. Now, here's the thing. She started tearing into it and did say funny things. She was wearing a Mr. Furley suit. And I think made fun of someone saying Bingo's probably regrets fucking him every day. And they went back and forth, and it just got awkward and heated. And then the funniest part to me is you hear me and Dan both scurrying, just going like, "Hey, come on!" Do a lot of game show host voice. Come on, what are you doing here?
Yeah, you both been to Detroit and done gigs. Trying to find a common ground.
Hey, you guys have both been on the television before. And Doug walked out. His last words were hilarious. He goes, "Big."